Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims, and this is my reply to the sister who's trying to criticize brothers and sisters that are trying to follow the way of the Quran, the Sunnah, and the Salaf.
From the pious that came. Example, from those that came before me, from the pious that came before me. But I also recognize that Islam had more than 3 generations. We've had 1400 plus years of Islamic learning, thinking, innovating.
Subhanallah wa bihamdi. The sister just said that we've had 1400 years of thinking, learning, and innovating. And let me just play this again.
From the pious that came before me. But I also recognize that Islam had more than 3 generations. We've had 1400 plus years of Islamic learning, thinking, innovating, and
Subhanallah. First of all, I've never heard anyone talk about that hadith because she's hinting towards that hadith that says the best of generation is my generation, the generation after that, then the generation after that. I've never heard anybody say however. Subhanallah would be like, Subhanallah would be happy like, yeah, we had them, but however. Anyway, she goes on to say we've had 1400 years of um, thinking, learning, and innovating. This just goes to show that the sister should really basically look over the basics of Islam before she starts making videos talking about people and attacking people, because there is not one Muslim that I know that talks about innovation in a good sense. You know, especially any Salafi Muslim or any Salafi scholar. Why? Because of Khutbah Tahaja. Khutbah Tahaja, what the Prophet used to say, you know, every time he done a speech or every time before Jummah or uh, whenever he was going to make a presentation or a talk, everyone knows this. And in Khutbah Tahaja, what does it say? It says that every misguidance is an innovation, is a bid'ah. And every bid'ah is in the hellfire. Meaning every act of worship you do that's not confined in the Quran, the Sunnah, and the way of the companions, yeah, is a bid'ah. And that bid'ah leads to hellfire. So you were talking about it like you were proud. Like, innovation is always a negative term in Islam. It's always, like, for example, like the other hadith of the Prophet, narrated by Aisha, where it said that whoever introduces something into this religion will have it rejected. Whoever innovates into this religion. You know? But you see, like, it seems like you're proud that. Anyway, I don't know who you're speaking for, because you're not speaking for generally the majority of Muslims. You're not speaking, definitely not speaking for Salafis when you say that you're proud that we've been learning. First of all, there's nothing for us to think about. The Quran and Sunnah is good enough for us. There's nothing for us to think about. And if something does come up, then we have to use the dalil and the Quran and Sunnah we got and apply it to whatever situation that arises. You know, but but we're not. We don't go out looking to find these ficky things. We want to get on with worshiping Allah. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, man. Allah guide us, the Muslims, man.
and leading. We've had 1400 years of using our Islam to come up with real concrete solutions to real concrete problems as they presented themselves. I don't.
Hold on. What are you talking about? It's simple. When we have any problem, yeah, we don't need new ways to think up how to deal with this problem or that problem. the majority of problems that we have, we look at how the Prophet and the companions dealt with problems, and that's how we deal with problems. That's how it's simple. That's how it is. The Allah said the best speech is the speech of Allah, and the best guidance is the guidance of Muhammad. And the Prophet said the best of generations is my generation. So therefore, we don't need to 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 have a mastermind challenge to come up with answers. It's there in the Quran and Sunnah. Subhanallah will be hamdi. And yeah, when something does present itself, like whether it be smoking or crack, these things weren't around in the time of the Prophet. So how do you deal with them? Very simple. You go to the Quran and the Sunnah and you see what these things contain. That's like what these things contain, and you judge it to the Quran and Sunnah. So it's not going to say that smoking is haram in the Quran and Sunnah because it wasn't invented then. It's not going to say that crack is haram in the Quran and the Sunnah and so forth. But you compare it to other things that were around at the time of the Prophet. So alcohol, yeah, alcohol is basically a poison and an intoxicant, and there's an ayah in the Quran that says that poisons and intoxicants are haram. So you apply the same thing to cigarettes, and you apply the same thing to crack, or to drugs, whatever drug it is. But we don't go looking out for these thicky problems to spend all our time, just spend all our time wasting time trying to, find a problem to solve like a Rubik's Cube. We're supposed to be worshipping Allah. Subhanallah will be hamdi. But Sufis, this is a common trait amongst people who read Sufi books. What a lot of Sufis did. They read the book of the philosophers, and it messed them up big time. It made that's why you find a lot of shirk statements in Sufi books, because a lot of their manhaj is taken from like kafirs and stuff like that. So it's no wonder you find a lot of shirk and a lot of beliefs like certain of them start denying the attributes of Allah and so forth. So that's what happens. These people are not happy with the Quran and Sunnah and understanding of the salaf. So what they start doing is they start quoting, different people, different philosophers and different people who've got no ties to do with Islam or whatever, and they just change the words around. They don't use a direct quotation, like the sister's saying, and again. I don't deal with was it intellectual incest? Like it's a hadith, and she's proud of it. Like she hasn't in her whole video, she hasn't quoted one hadith, one ayah, one statement of the salaf. Talk, kalam. No qala Allah, no qala Rasul, nothing. No qawl of the Sahaba, nothing. No elm from the Quran and Sunnah Salaf. Just, well, I don't get involved in intellectual incest. What the and she's used that term maybe about 10 times. That's nothing. That don't impress us. We want Allah said, the message said, and the companion said. Watching the next video, she's gonna start using it because I've mentioned it. But anyway, subhanallah will be hamdi. That's supposed to be some statement for some kafir. Didn't even believe in Allah. Know how to do a stingy or anything, and she's saying it like it's the best statement in the world. It's actually quite that statement's actually quite irritating, to be honest with you.
Limit myself, and more on than that, I'm completely 156%, 1 bajillion% against intellectual incest.
Yeah, that's been about the 10th time you said that now.
I'm against any ideology, any person, any leader, any scholar that says that it is wrong, bad, impious to examine other ideas.
First of all, I had different views all the time. I had the views of Tablighi Jamaat, Hizb ut-Tahrir, Al-Muhajirun, Shiite Sufis. I hear it all the time, and even our scholars, when they're refuting these people, they write the books and they quote their books and show references to the books and statements to the books and show where they go astray. But I'm not someone who reads their book as well. See, the difference between me and you is that you say you read Albani, and Albani says these people, Sufis, are messed up. They're ignorant, they're jahil, they're callers to the gates of hellfire, they go against the Quran, the Sunnah, and the way of the Salaf. And you hear that. But you still read their books. But you're not reading their books just to find out if it's true. You read their book to take knowledge from them. Yeah? But I don't read Sufi books. I don't want to read Shirk. I don't want to read Bid'ah. I don't want to read uh, uh, about some Sufi sheikh who had some weird dreams and the Prophet came. No, 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 no. I don't read, for the same reason that I don't read Shiite books, cursing Aisha and cursing Abu Bakr and cursing Ammar. I don't read these books because they got shirk and bid'ah in them. So why would I read them?